You said something interesting. You didn't really go into it more, but you said that PLG is changing product-led growth. I'd love to learn more about how you think that's changing and where you think that's going. And yeah, I guess for B2B, I'm kind of between B2B and B2C. Kind of curious, like what your thoughts are on that.
I mean, I think it's so complicated. I mean, one way to think about it is that it hasn't changed. It's just that some companies are adopting both PLG and enterprise motions at the same time. And, Anthropic's a great example of this. Like, how many of you use Claude Code? Like all of you, I'm sure. How many of you spoke to Anthropic to set up Claude Code? Like, probably any of you? No, right? So I think that's a good example. And yet, what is the growth of what's driving Anthropic's growth? It's actually their enterprise motion. So they're getting into enterprise accounts because of a great PLG motion, but they're expanding these accounts and locking in these long-term agreements, because they have a sophisticated enterprise traditional approach. And the reality is that, like, in our company, we wouldn't have gone wall to wall Claude Code had we not spoken with. We actually needed to speak to someone at Anthropic to make that happen. Like, we needed assurances around our customers' data. We needed, specific commitments made by them. We needed a bunch of things that, like, you're just not going to trust. Most people probably aren't going to trust a website, or may not even be possible for just a self-serve experience to provide. And if it is, there's going to be a large segment of the market that won't prefer that. They'll prefer speaking with someone and looking you in the eye and going, like, I'm about to write you a huge check. Like, this is going to work, right? So I think those dynamics are at play, and I think we're not very far from a world where those start to really blur in interesting ways, right? Like, if Anthropic had sent an agent to the meeting we had, like, would that have gotten most of the way there today? Like, maybe. Right. I don't know. So it is sort of the wild west, I think, ahead. But I do think it's interesting that what's common amongst some of the fastest growing businesses in the world is they haven't chosen. They've done both. They've done all.
So one quick follow-up.
Yeah.
Is it that it builds trust, or is that it's like a distribution lever? Like, what is it about the product and then like the enterprise or like your sales on the back end? Like, does a product create trust for the sale that happens like thereafter? Or
yeah, I mean, I think one way to think about the consumers, the bottoms up approach is on the consumer side, I guess, in Claude Code's case, it's still a self-serve enterprise motion. Is that if you think about a seller at Anthropic, they could choose to outbound to a customer, a business that doesn't have any Claude Code users, or they could choose to outbound and engage with a business that already has 100 Claude Code users. Like, which one are they going to pick? So many of these decisions are kind of like already made for you. Just talk to like one of your smart sellers and ask them, like, which of these two companies would you rather engage with? They'll tell you pretty clearly. So I think that's probably why it works.
Right.
All of this is just a downstream of like the obvious fact that, in the example we're giving, like, it's an incredible product that works and everyone loves. And so that's a sort of necessary precondition, I think, I would imagine, for you to be able to layer on multiple motions at once.